We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across. It's the 25. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down, Finley. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
47.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Ballage. And an alley to run. Finding some room at midfield. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Ballage with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
A first down throw for Prescott. Going up top. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A first down carry by Elliott. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by Ballage. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for the Dolphins. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
30.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Mike Gesicki, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott from the gun. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott yet again. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Gun.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 2nd down, Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Hey, 20. Hey, 30.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Here's Thomas. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. On the crossing route, complete. That's Hodges. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Prescott again. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Gun. Switch it,
To the air again, Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Tannehill. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
They run it with Balaj. And there to get him down defensively, Brian Allen.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tannehill on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
47. 26.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Tannehill. Oh, look at that. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Now Balaj. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And his kick is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jonathan Allen in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a third and long. Off play action, Tannehill. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. On 1st and 10, Tannehill forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Tannehill throwing again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Sanders is good. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go, 47, 47. 26.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46, 46. Go, go, go. Get out there, get out there. 26.
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Swing on the field, right, to the right. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Swing on the field, right, to the right.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, it's Tannehill. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll run here with Balaj. And he's got room. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Tannehill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Dolphins add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A dump off to Elliott, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play here for Dallas. 47 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll bring up second down. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle, come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Tannehill. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll run it here. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to spin free. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Deep. Go.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Over the middle, complete. It's Hodges. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on deep?
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 17. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Tannehill on 1st down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. The 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now the extra point. Oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Cowboys have recovered.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They come out here in the eye.
Going to 53. 26. 26.
Now Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll give it to him up the middle. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
47. 46.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
47. 26. 26.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run for it. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, 20.
Right back to him on first down. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Set. Ready.
They snap it to Tannehill. And no, it's incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. On the counter, Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
For the first play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They go to Elliott again. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Now they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 9. They find some open field here. Still fighting. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
20.